What's going on, everybody? Hey, welcome to the first podcast of RNG Outdoors. You got Dave and Nick with you right now.
Yep.
What's going on? Hey, so we've had RNG for 4 years?
2019.
2019? I don't math
No, it was
well.
beginning of 2020. It's right when that hoax was going on.
Yeah, we'll call it 4 years.
Yeah.
Just because math is hard. Anyways, we've never we've never done a podcast. Something we've kicked around a little bit.
Yeah, we've been having some technical difficulties here.
This is the third time we've tried this. Anywho, we thought it was a good time to get this going and introduce ourselves and talk about what RNG is to us and hopefully what we can make it into the future.
Yep. A little bit of where we're from, how we got started, and
yeah,
we'll go from there.
All right, well, go ahead and kick us off, Dick.
Well, I am originally from New York. When everyone thinks about New York, they think the city, usually. When everyone asks where I'm from, I tell them that. And it's, oh, you're from the city. Nope. Not from anywhere near the city. So, my grandfather's got a few hundred acres up in, we'll call it central New York-ish. Closer to the PA border. But anyhow, grew up there doing some hunting. A lot of shotgun hunting. When I was growing up, we didn't have any rifles. My grandfather still doesn't allow rifles on his land, even though back when I turned 16, they finally allowed rifles, for hunting season. But it kind of got me kick-started there with my dad and my grandfather. And I know you're from Texas, so
Yeah.
rules are always different there.
Yeah, rules are completely different in Texas than I would say probably any state in America, and it's awesome. So I grew up in San Antonio. If you guys never been there, I highly recommend you going. It's a great place, a lot of fun, a lot of cool stuff to do. And if you love to hunt, it is a hunter's paradise. There's literally any animal that you want to try to hunt, it's there. We have it. And it's a lot of fun. So I grew up hunting, fishing out there, doing stuff like that. Got into hunting later. Did a lot of fishing growing up. Ton of fishing, Gulf of Mexico, all that good stuff.
That's nice.
But it is a wonderful, wonderful place to hunt. As long as you can deal with being hot and everything around you trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Plants, trees, bugs, snakes, you name it, it's there and it wants to hurt you. It's a rough place, but it's a beautiful place. But yeah, so a little backstory with me and Nick. We got started, I guess we originally met each other up in
2017.
the great state of Alaska. And if you're wondering how a New York boy and a Texas boy ended up in Alaska together, well, if you haven't put two and two together,
Newsflash.
we're in the military.
Yep.
Yeah. We met
It's a
through
great way to meet people, by the way.
100%. We met mutually, or through a mutual friend, named Mike.
Michael Steele.
Great dude.
Yeah.
He's also part of the show. He hasn't been able to do much videos and hunting lately because we have a new member of the RNG family.
Yeah.
She's sitting in probably a blanket, hopefully sleeping at this time of night.
Yeah. And got a proud new father.
Yeah.
Super excited for him now.
So his current hunting abilities are fairly limited.
They're slowed down. We'll just say that. They're slowed down for a while, at least till next year.
Yeah, absolutely. So he'll be back and he'll come in, and then we have another guy named Barnett, which you've seen on a couple of videos. So the four of us, we originally all got together in Alaska in some which way or form, whether it was onesie twosies or whatever, right?
Even when we didn't know each other was up there.
That is true. That is very
Barnett
true. Had no clue Barnett was up there.
Up until the end of 2016, and I'd gotten there at the beginning of 2016, and
I had already been there for 2 years.
Never knew we were up there together until he and I met up down in Georgia.
Yep.
We were both drills down there together. That was fun.
Well, we got pretty lucky actually. So I left. I think Barnett left right before me,
Mm-hmm.
and then roundabout time frame I met you through Mike,
Yep.
and then I left Alaska for Georgia.
20.
I left in 2017.
End of 2017.
2017, yeah, summer time frame.
Yeah, because you gave me anyway.
Yeah, I
good
gave you
moose
guys
spot.
the maps to my caribou and moose spots
Yeah.
up in Alaska.
Pretty helpful, except that I do remember that next year I used your spot, scouted it all summer, had some real nice bulls around there, real solid moose, and then it rained.
Yeah,
I could not
can't get in there.
get in there.
Oh, that water
Because
gorges
that-
up and
Oh my God, that water was awful. I took my father-in-law out there and we almost split the four-wheeler in that river. Ooh.
yeah, I probably should have mentioned that one.
Yeah, that was interesting. Things definitely changed. It rained almost the entire moose season that year, so that was bad.
Yeah, I probably should have mentioned that. But yeah, so we all we linked up in Georgia, and Nick kicked around this idea of, just a hunting show. Hey man, we love to hunt. We bow hunt. Primarily bow hunt. I very, very rarely
We'll do hogs. with
pull a
guns.
rifle out for deer. For hogs, yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
a
mean, I'm from
different
Texas.
story.
I'll use Tannerite on hogs. I don't really care. But for deer, we bow hunt. We're
Yeah.
primary bow hunters. I think me and Nick might have done a handful of, hey, I'm bored. Let's just go walk in this rain
Yeah.
with
That was-
our guns.
Oh God, it's almost like you knew a specific time.
Yeah, that was awful.
That was Christmas Eve.
It was. It was.
Christmas Eve of 2020, I think.
It was awful. It was
Yeah,
awful.
that was a cold, wet, stormy, rainy morning, and
We saw plenty of deer though.
lots of deer. We just
Couldn't get any shots off.
yeah.
But yeah, so we met down there. Nick kicked around this podcast show, or not podcast at the time, excuse me, this YouTube channel. So we did. Nick started with the a decent camera, and I started off with a very crappy Sony
Okay.
Handycam.
Well, let's just kind of start right there. So everybody wants to get into filming, and nobody quite understands how to do it.
Mm-mm.
And I'll tell you this much: he's pretty well known now in the YouTube world as Chris B's channel, and
Guy's a genius when it comes to this.
he kind of was the one who inspired me a little bit into actually giving it a go. And I didn't really know who he was at the time. He was just another YouTuber on there that I was like, oh yeah, he kind of knows what he's talking about, so let me take some advice. So I just took it, watched the video, and I ran with it, and I finally convinced everyone else to kind of get on board. I had a shitty little Canon Rebel fucking T6.
Oh yeah,
at
I
the
remember
time.
that crappy camera.
Jesus
Oof.
Christ. It was like, that was interesting, trying to film with that. I kind of got it done a couple times, but that thing is just not meant to self-film with.
No, it was not user friendly.
No.
I'll tell you what though, that
Made my own camera arm.
yeah, which I actually used for a little while. I did.
Yep.
I was up. I guess you'd say I was half in the door when we started this. I was like, yeah, all right, fine. So I picked up a Sony Handycam, like 4 or something, whatever the hell it was.
It's like
Not a
little-
great camera.
Like a little $200
Yeah.
camera that, you might want to take on like a hike with you or something. But hey,
It got the job done.
it did, and I would never down anything like that because
Yeah,
I think
please don't
everyone-
take this in any which way. If that's what you guys are shooting with, whether it's
yeah,
a Handycam, point and shoot, you're using
we were there.
a GoPro, action, whatever, man. Get your stuff on video. It's cool. It's awesome.
Yeah.
We've all been there. Hell, I'm not even using a great camera as it is right now. I'm running an older Sony AX33.
But I mean,
But it gets the job done.
Yes, and again, it does not matter what you use or if you even use anything at all. all we're saying is this is kind of how we got started, and
Yeah.
I mean, if you like it and you want to upgrade, do it.
Yeah,
And that's
it's-
kind of what we've been doing through the years, and I mean, it's weird to say years now. I never really thought I would stay with it.
Dude, I thought it was
hoping
going
I
to
would.
fizzle out, honestly. I was like, we're going to get hot and heavy on this and we're going to go. And then I left and I was like, man.
Well, I thought it was going to really fizzle out when you got sent overseas to Korea for a little while, and your 1 year got extended to 2 years there. So
Yep.
it's kind of just me for a while back here, and I was like, man, this is just getting to be too much. And
It's a
Logan did,
lot
and
of work to run a channel and shoot and film.
a full-time job.
Oof. Yeah.
Trying to get out to even go hunt, for one, and then sitting here at the computer for hours trying to edit things and not knowing shit about editing. Like,
Oh, yeah, I love
I am
that.
in no way, shape, or form a professional at
Mm-mm.
anything I do when it comes to this. I'm not even a professional hunter.
We're-
This is just,
We're weekenders.
yeah, I mean,
Weekenders at this.
this is one of the loves in my life, you know, obviously after my family, but I mean, I know my family puts up with a lot of my bullshit with this, and they
Yep.
kind of let me do it, and my wife is probably my biggest supporter, and she is fully on board with letting me do this and kind of follow my dreams. That's why we're out here in Kansas.
Yeah, she puts up with our shit.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to her, she kind of adopted me. That's kind of a package deal.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
She dealt with my shit. She actually let me come visit this weekend.
Surprised
Nick
me.
had no idea.
Surprised me.
But yeah, so that's
good.
how RNG happened. It was just a bunch of guys got together, stupid, crazy idea over beer,
Yeah.
and here we are. Are we producing a lot of videos? No. Are we trying to? Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, there's a new video up. Please, by all means, go watch, subscribe, like, hit buttons, tell people. Support the channel. We need sponsors. Have fun. Yeah, we're not sponsored yet by anybody.
Nope.
So you're gonna
No
hear us.
sponsors.
No sponsors. So
And again, not worried about it.
no, not either. We have no aspirations in life to make this into a business. We don't expect to be billionaires off it. Like, we don't even care if we make any
I mean,
money. We're just doing this for
It'd be
fun.
cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad about it.
I'd love to do this for a job.
Yeah, it'd be great.
But
But it is what it is.
yeah.
So we're gonna try to do these podcasts maybe once a week, whenever we can. Really, work kind of gets in the way of us having fun times and,
Yeah.
and things like that. But we're definitely gonna do at least a couple a month.
It's definitely gonna start getting busy for me here soon.
Yeah, me too. So we're gonna do this. But back on the sponsor stuff, guys. We're gonna talk about products we've used, brands we've used, bows that we're hunting with, broadheads. Like, we're gonna hit it all, and just we're gonna be 100% honest with you. If we like it, we like it. We don't, we don't. We're not sponsored by anybody. We're not gonna dog anybody for using your stuff. If you like it, by all means, shoot it. You want to make comments on the podcast about, hey, I tried this and I adjusted this on it and it worked a lot better. By all means,
Hell, if you want to sit there and talk shit to us,
dude, I'm for it.
do
I'm
it.
for it. Y'all gonna come at me? Better come good.
Yeah. Send it.
But yeah, we're gonna hit the stuff, hit the gamut, and see what happens. But yeah, at the end of the day, guys, we're just trying to have fun, have some hunters that we might know, maybe come on the show, talk about experiences that they had in their lives with hunting, outdoors in general. Like, I'm a big fisherman, so you guys are gonna start seeing videos on the RNG page that are fishing. You're gonna see it. I'm gonna start editing and putting it out there, and hopefully you guys enjoy that content too. I mean, I know there are hunters and there are fishermen, and some of them are one or the other. Not this guy.
Yeah.
If I can have my ass outside in the woods with a beer, sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically it. Just a little introduction video of who we are and what we plan to do, and yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited though to kind of see where we end up going, because I mean, I know Dave, you don't have a whole lot long left in the
No,
Army,
no, I
so
don't. I've got 4 years left for my
20-year retirement.
my 20 years of service retirement. Plan on doing a damn day over it. I love my job and I love serving, but for any of you guys who've ever done it before, know how hard it is on you, your body, your family, and I think I've done my time.
Yeah.
I'll just put it at that.
I am struggling to hopefully make it to 20. You know, this year we'll be pushing 13 years right now and 7 left. It seems like a long time, but 13 years flew by fast.
Goes by quick.
Fast.
Goes by quick. And then for anybody out there who's ever considered going to the military or are considering going to the military, by all means, you can hit us up. Send us a message. We'll tell you the truth. I will tell you the truth all day long. I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
But it's great. I love the hell out of it. I wouldn't change anything I've done.
Yeah.
It makes me meet cool people. I didn't know Nick from anybody.
I met people I'd never talked to.
Facts.
Never would have talked to.
From all over the world. It's great.
Yeah. And then I'll tell you what, being a drill sergeant was probably one of the most rewarding things I've done, being in the Army. So, you know.
It's got its perks, guys.
It
Plus,
does.
it gets to take you to states like Alaska.
Listen, I've had the pleasure of choosing every one of my duty stations. I don't know how much longer that's going to last me, but, you know, because the higher up you go, the less places are open, so.
All I have to say is Korea.
No.
I
Nope.
clearly did not choose that.
Yeah.
Um,
But I'll tell you what, though, I've dictated every single one of my moves off of hunting. And, again, my wife is all for it. She's very supportive and lets me kind of pick and choose where I want to go. And this one brought me to Kansas, and I'll tell you what, ain't no place like home. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Kansas is pretty nice.
Kansas.
I had never been out here before. Had no idea. I thought it was as flat as this table, and it is not.
Just one word. Kansas.
Kansas ass.
Oh, God.
It's not bad out here,
This is
honestly.
the land of giants. Let me just throw this out there. I have never been to a place and seen so many 200-inch bucks in my entire life.
Oh,
This is insane here.
I thought he was
It
full of
don't-
shit. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was completely full of shit until we went to a
Hey.
drive yesterday, and holy crap.
A 2-year-old was by the side of the road yesterday, and he was 150s plus. I'm telling you,
Easily.
man,
And he was thick.
like,
He was
I-
a thick boy.
I just love this place. Like, you don't get to go to a place and shoot a mainframe 8-point and have him score 150 plus inches. Like,
It's nice.
that's what I did this year. I was lucky enough, and if you've seen my videos, you know I mostly shoot 8 points. It's just, it is what it is. You know, I must be like an 8-point magnet or something. But
I mean,
hey,
I'm a fucking dough magnet.
hey, I'll tell you, like, this was the biggest deer of my life, body wise and rack. And I'm telling you, that body was every bit of 270 pounds, fully not dressed yet, like just live weight. Like,
Absolutely.
he was a giant. And I'll tell you what, dragging him out was a pain in the ass too.
I just want to come smoke the does out here.
Yeah,
That's what I want.
The does are pushing 200 pounds too. I mean, they're
Yeah.
big. The deer
So you
out
guys
here
don't
are
know
big.
this. Most of you probably have never met me. I'm going to say that in general because y'all have fuck clue who I am. I love shooting does. Love it to death. I will pass up on a decent buck to smoke a doe. I don't know why. I'm weird. But I will. Hands down. I think Benning, I think I killed 2 bucks while I was there for the 4 years. But I probably crashed 20 does.
I'll tell you what, not the entire time. The entire time I was down in Georgia with you. I was down there for 3 years with you. And you didn't shoot a single buck.
Well, I mean, I got a button buck. He was pretty
Okay,
big. He was
like
a
I
big old
said,
boy.
You didn't shoot a single rack buck ever when I was there. But I'll tell you this much. He probably shot about 30 does.
I like shooting does. They're fun.
He pretty much tagged out every year on does.
Yeah.
But then again, you shoot 5 does there and they equal 1 doe here. So
Yeah, but man, doe hunting, them squirrely little things, especially a nanny doe, they are the friskiest, most crack-headed animals you've ever seen in your life. You just twitch your foot and they're going to be on you.
I think it's tougher to shoot a mature doe than it is to shoot a mature buck. 'Cause the mature buck's going to slip up.
Yeah, they'll always slip, but a nanny, they don't slip. They
Yeah.
look and they watch and they see everything, and it's just so much fun.
So I'll tell you this much, right? Down in Georgia, I was hunting the same area, not the same spot, but the same area. All right, and I wasn't really in there to kill a buck. I just wanted to shoot a deer at that point. It was my first year down there, and I was like, I just want to shoot a deer with my bow, get back into it, having come from Alaska, hadn't shot a deer in almost 4 years, and I was like, all right, let me shoot a deer. And the same doe, same lead doe, busted me every single time. It didn't matter where I was set up. All of a sudden, she looked at me. Wind didn't even have to be in her direction. I don't know how. And but gosh, dang,
something about does, man. Them things are just different than a buck, and
yeah, because you can catch a buck slipping in the rut, and
doe's never gonna slip. She's gonna figure it out in a heartbeat.
Yep.
So you guys are gonna see a lot of doe videos from me. A lot of doe videos. They're fun. And a lot of hunters will just talk straight crap about videos of does and blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Cool, man. I'll take you out on a doe hunt and let's see how you do. I promise I'm going to come back with one, but you probably won't. Them things are hard as shit. And if you can hunt doe, you can find a buck. I saw plenty of bucks at Benning. I just didn't want to shoot them. They weren't big enough. I was trying to, like your G2 you got, that thing was just a stud for Georgia. Stud, and that's what I wanted, and I just couldn't find it.
That was a 2-month chase.
That was an ordeal. I actually, Nick doesn't know this, but I drew down on that buck twice. Me and Nick hunted the same areas, and that buck walked out on me once at 12 yards. Perfect broadside shot, and I drew on that damn thing. And the only thing that stopped me is because I knew Nick wanted that buck, and I was like, all right, I'm going to let it go.
Oh, shit. I passed up bigger bucks than him in there just because I wanted him. I never shot a split-time buck in my life.
That was the only reason I wanted him, because he had a split.
And there he is. And gosh, he's
I had him.
gorgeous
I had
deer.
him at like 13 yards one night, something like that, and then another night at right around 30, and I was like, dude, he going to die.
Yeah.
But because I love Nick, I let it go. So I was like, all right, buddy, it's fine.
I appreciate that one.
Yeah, man. So this is RNG. This is us. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, take it up with people who care about it, because I don't. I'm kidding. But yeah, this is us, man. Regular people just trying to have fun and make stupid content, hopefully make you laugh, maybe learn something, get you interested into something else. Who knows?
We'll get in more depth on actual subjects here in the future. Like, I'm sure we'll talk about the rut. I'm sure we'll talk about early season hunting. I'm sure we'll talk about food sources. Pretty much anything. I mean, there's so much shit to talk about, and I'm pretty sure on YouTube and all over Spotify and all those other podcast apps out there, I'm pretty sure everyone's talked about it at some point. So we'll probably end up doing the same, and we'll probably just put our little 2 cents into it, give it a little piece of what we know, and the luxury of being able to do this and have these kind of conversations is take a new hunter or somebody who hasn't heard something yet, and they can maybe piece, this is what they said for this area, this is what they said for their area, and then they can kind of piecemeal it together and kind of learn some things on their own, and
tips and tricks along the way, man. So
I mean, I'll tell you, I learn shit every year.
I learn stuff all the time, and
every time I go out, I'm pretty sure I learn something. So,
I mean, difference between Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Alaska hunting, everywhere I've done hard hunting into has been different. I've learned a lot, and we'll cover all that stuff along the way. You guys have any?
We'll do a podcast on Alaska.
Shit,
That's
gonna be a 5-hour podcast.
that's a beast in its own.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I love Alaska so much.
But yeah, man. So this is us. Hopefully you stuck around long enough to listen to us ramble on for a little bit and have a couple beers and drinks. And you guys have any questions, or you want something else to talk about? Leave a comment. We'll discuss it. We don't give a shit.
Yep.
But
Appreciate y'all for listening.
yeah. Well, again, thanks for listening to our nonsense.
Yep.
And we'll see you back at the next RNG podcast.
Hell yeah.